Welcome, everyone. Ever felt like you're stuck in a whirlwind of emotions, constantly seeking approval or worrying about things beyond your control? You're not alone. Today, we're going to break down these barriers together and embark on a journey towards a healthier, happier mindset. Our topic? 8 Anti-Stoic Habits to Remove from Your Life Now. Why should you stick around? Because you owe it to yourself. Each habit we'll discuss is a step away from personal growth, peace of mind, and ultimately, a fulfilling life. This isn't just another self-help talk, it's your roadmap to a better you. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the fascinating world of Stoicism and how it can transform your life. Trust me, you'll want to hear this till the end. Keep watching. Alright, let's kick off our journey towards a more stoic mindset by diving into habit number 1, reacting immediately to emotions. Picture this, you're driving down the highway, and suddenly, someone cuts you off. Your immediate reaction might be to honk your horn, shout out obscenities, or even give them a not-so-friendly gesture. Sound familiar? We've all been there. It's natural to have emotional reactions, but it's how we handle them that truly matters. Reacting immediately to emotions is one of the major anti-stoic habits that we need to remove from our lives. Think of emotions as waves crashing against the shore, they come and go. Stoicism teaches us to take a step back, observe our emotions, and understand them before reacting. It's like pressing the pause button on our emotional remote control. So, why is this habit so detrimental to our well-being? Well, let's consider the consequences. When we react impulsively to our emotions, it often leads to regret. We say or do things in the heat of the moment that we later wish we hadn't. These impulsive reactions can damage our relationships, both personal and professional. Imagine how different the situation on the highway would be if you took a moment to understand your anger before reacting. Perhaps you would realize that the other driver's actions were unintentional or that they were in a hurry due to an emergency. By reacting with understanding and compassion instead of anger, you can maintain your peace of mind and even prevent unnecessary conflicts. So, how can we break free from this habit of immediate reaction? The answer lies in practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It allows us to create a space between our emotions and our actions, giving us the opportunity to respond in a more thoughtful and stoic manner. Next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by an emotion, try these steps. 1. Take a deep breath. This simple act immediately grounds you in the present moment, allowing you to detach from the intensity of the emotion. 2. Observe the emotion. Be curious about what you're feeling. Is it anger, frustration, or sadness? Notice how it manifests in your body and mind. 3. Question the emotion. Ask yourself why you're feeling this way. Is it a valid response to the situation, or is it based on past experiences or assumptions? 4. Choose your response. Now that you understand your emotion, decide how you want to respond. Is there a more stoic and constructive way to approach the situation? Remember, you always have a choice. Practicing mindfulness and mastering the art of pausing before reacting takes time and effort. It's a skill that requires patience and self-awareness. But the rewards are immense. By breaking free from the habit of reacting immediately to emotions, you'll experience greater emotional resilience, improved relationships, and a deeper sense of inner peace. So, let's make a commitment together to pause, observe, and respond in a stoic manner. Remember, emotions are like waves, but you have the power to navigate them. Stay tuned for our next anti-stoic habit and continue on this transformative journey towards a more fulfilling life. Until then, keep practicing mindfulness and embracing the power of the pause. Alright, let's dive into our second habit on the list, the need for constant validation. Picture this, you're standing on a stage, pouring your heart out, and all you crave is the thunderous applause from the crowd. It's natural to desire recognition and validation from others, but when it becomes a constant need, it can be detrimental to our well-being. The need for constant validation is an anti-stoic habit that stems from a deep-seated insecurity. We seek external approval and base our self-worth on the opinions of others. But here's the truth, you are not a product to be rated. Your worth does not depend on the applause of the crowd. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions, beliefs, and values rather than seeking validation from others. It encourages us to cultivate self-confidence and self-acceptance. So how can we break free from this habit and find validation within ourselves? First, it's important to recognize that external validation is fleeting. The approval of others is often based on their own perspectives, biases, and expectations. Relying on it sets us up for disappointment and a constant need for more. Instead, shift your focus inward and ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I proud of my actions? Find validation in the knowledge that you are living authentically and true to yourself. Another crucial aspect of overcoming the need for constant validation is practicing self-love and self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, and celebrate your progress. Remember that you are deserving of love and respect, regardless of external opinions. It's also vital to surround yourself with a supportive and positive community. Seek out individuals who uplift and encourage you, who value you for who you are. Surrounding yourself with people who appreciate your authentic self can help diminish the need for external validation. Furthermore, developing a strong sense of self-awareness is key. Take the time to reflect on your motivations and intentions. Are you seeking validation to fill a void within yourself? Understanding the root cause allows you to address it directly and work towards healing and self-acceptance. Lastly, practice gratitude. Shift your focus from seeking validation to appreciating the blessings in your life. Cultivate gratitude for your strengths, accomplishments, and the journey you're on. Gratitude helps us find contentment within ourselves and reduces the need for external validation. Breaking free from the need for constant validation is a transformative journey. It allows us to reclaim our power, build resilience, and cultivate a strong sense of self. Remember, you are worthy and deserving of love and respect, regardless of external opinions. Embrace Stoicism's teachings and start valuing yourself based on your own beliefs and actions. The applause of the crowd may fade, but your self-worth will shine brightly for eternity. Alright, let's dive into habit number 3 from our list of anti-stoic habits, worrying about things beyond your control. Picture this, you're driving on a busy highway, and suddenly there's a traffic jam. You start to feel frustrated, anxious, and irritated. Your mind races with thoughts like, why is this happening to me? I'm going to be late. Sound familiar? We've all been there. Worrying about things beyond our control is like trying to control the weather. It's simply impossible. Yet, we find ourselves caught in the web of worrying about the future, about what might happen, and about things that are out of our hands. But here's the truth, worrying only drains our energy and steals our present moment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. It's about recognizing the limits of our influence and channeling our energy towards productive actions instead. So, how can we break free from this habit and embrace a more stoic mindset? Firstly, practice mindfulness. When you catch yourself worrying about something beyond your control, take a moment to pause and observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, can I do anything about this right now? If the answer is no, remind yourself to let go and redirect your attention to the present moment. By doing so, you'll prevent unnecessary stress and anxiety from taking over your life. Secondly, shift your focus to what you can control. While we may not be able to control external circumstances, we have the power to control our reactions and responses. For example, let's say you're worried about a job interview. Instead of fixating on the outcome, focus on preparing to the best of your abilities. Concentrate on your resume, practice interview questions, and showcase your skills. By focusing on what you can control, you'll feel empowered and confident, regardless of the outcome. Another powerful practice to overcome this habit is cultivating gratitude. When we worry about things beyond our control, we often overlook the blessings in our lives. Take a moment each day to acknowledge and appreciate what you have. It could be as simple as a roof over your head, a loving family, or good health. By shifting your focus to gratitude, you'll realize that worrying about the uncontrollable is a waste of precious time and energy. Additionally, remind yourself of the impermanence of life. Stoicism teaches us that everything is temporary, and change is inevitable. The situations we worry about today may not even matter tomorrow. By embracing this perspective, we can detach ourselves from the need to control everything and instead learn to flow with life's ups and downs. Lastly, surround yourself with supportive and positive influences. Engage in conversations and communities that promote growth, resilience, and acceptance. Connect with individuals who embody a stoic mindset and learn from their experiences. By surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, you'll find encouragement and inspiration to let go of worry and focus on what truly matters. Breaking the habit of worrying about things beyond our control is liberating. It allows us to fully embrace the present moment, find peace within ourselves, and cultivate resilience in the face of uncertainty. Remember, life is a journey, and worrying won't change its course. So let go, practice Stoicism, and watch your life transform into one of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Alright, let's dive into habit number 4, overindulgence in pleasure. Picture this, you're at a party, surrounded by delicious food, tantalizing drinks, and the company of good friends. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, indulging in every pleasure that comes your way. But here's the thing, while pleasure is undoubtedly enjoyable, overindulgence can lead us down a slippery slope. Think of pleasure as a dessert. It's a delightful addition to our lives, but too much can be harmful. Just like eating too much dessert can lead to weight gain and health issues, overindulging in pleasures can have negative consequences for our overall well-being. Now, don't get me wrong. Stoicism does not advocate for abstaining from pleasure completely. After all, life without any enjoyment would be dull and uninspiring. The key lies in finding a balance, in savoring pleasures without becoming dependent on them. When we become overly reliant on external sources of pleasure, we risk losing sight of our own inner happiness and contentment. We start seeking validation and fulfillment solely from outside sources, whether it be material possessions, social status, or the constant pursuit of momentary pleasures. But here's the truth, true fulfillment comes from within. It's about finding joy and satisfaction in the simple things, in the present moment, and in being content with who we are. So how do we break free from the chains of overindulgence? How can we find that balance between enjoying pleasures and maintaining our inner peace and happiness? Firstly, it's important to cultivate self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your relationship with pleasure. Are there certain indulgences that you find yourself relying on too heavily? Are these pleasures bringing you true happiness or just temporary satisfaction? By understanding our patterns and habits, we can begin to make conscious choices. Next, practice moderation. Enjoy the pleasures that life has to offer, but do so in moderation. Indulge in that slice of cake or that glass of wine, but don't let it consume your entire existence. Remember, life is not just about the dessert, it's about the main course too. Additionally, shift your focus from external sources of pleasure to internal fulfillment. Engage in activities that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment, such as pursuing hobbies, spending quality time with loved ones, or engaging in acts of kindness. These activities tap into your intrinsic values and provide a deeper, more lasting sense of contentment. Lastly, practice gratitude. Appreciate the simple pleasures that life offers, like a beautiful sunset, a warm cup of coffee, or a heartfelt conversation. By focusing on the small moments of joy, we can cultivate a mindset of gratitude, which in turn helps us find fulfillment in the present rather than constantly seeking gratification elsewhere. So, my friends, let's strive to find that delicate balance between enjoying pleasures and maintaining our inner peace. Let's break free from the chains of overindulgence and embrace a life where fulfillment comes from within. Hit that subscribe button and join me on this transformative journey towards a more stoic and fulfilling life. Together, we can create lasting change. Habit number 5, neglecting the present. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a beautiful beach, the waves crashing against the shore, the sun setting in a breathtaking display of colors. Yet, instead of taking in this moment, your mind is consumed by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. Sound familiar? Neglecting the present is a common anti-stoic habit that many of us fall into. We are either haunted by regrets and mistakes from the past or anxious about what lies ahead. In doing so, we miss out on the beauty and opportunities that exist right in front of us. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in the present moment. It reminds us that the past is merely a reference point, not a place of residence, and the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have control over is the present. So why do we neglect the present? One reason is that we often get caught up in the busyness of life. We're constantly multitasking, juggling multiple responsibilities, and rushing from one thing to another. We forget to pause and appreciate the small moments that make life meaningful. Another reason is that we let our minds wander. We become lost in a sea of thoughts, replaying past conversations and events, or worrying about what might happen next. This constant mental chatter prevents us from fully engaging with the present moment. But here's the thing, the present is where life happens. It's where we can experience joy, gratitude, and fulfillment. When we neglect the present, we miss out on opportunities for growth, connection, and happiness. So how can we break free from this habit and start living in the present? One powerful tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment, without judgment. It helps us cultivate a state of awareness and non-reactivity. By focusing on our breath, sensations in our body, or the sounds around us, we anchor ourselves in the present. Another technique is to engage in activities that promote presence and mindfulness. This could be anything from going for a walk in nature and noticing the sights and sounds around you, to practicing yoga or meditation. These activities help train our minds to stay present and fully experience the here and now. We can also challenge our thoughts and beliefs that keep us stuck in the past or future. Ask yourself, is there evidence to support this worry or regret? What can I do right now to make a positive change? By shifting our focus to the present moment and taking action, we regain a sense of control and empowerment. Remember, life is a series of present moments strung together. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All we have is right now. Embracing the present allows us to savor life's pleasures, connect deeply with others, and find meaning in the simplest of moments. So, let's make a pact to stop neglecting the present. Let's commit to being fully present in each moment, cultivating gratitude for what is, and embracing the opportunities that surround us. Together, we can create a life of presence and purpose. Start today and watch as the beauty of the present unfolds before your eyes. Habit number 6, avoidance of discomfort. Picture this, you're comfortably lounging on a plush sofa with your favorite snacks, binge watching your favorite TV show. Sounds like paradise, right? But here's the catch, when we constantly seek comfort and avoid discomfort, we hinder our personal growth and limit our potential. In our modern society, we've become addicted to comfort. We're surrounded by conveniences that make our lives easier, and while there's nothing wrong with enjoying comfort, it becomes problematic when it becomes our default mode of existence. Stoicism teaches us that growth and progress occur outside our comfort zones. Think about it, when was the last time you achieved something significant without facing any discomfort? Whether it's learning a new skill, overcoming a fear, or achieving a personal milestone, it often requires stepping into the realm of discomfort. Just like a seed needs to go through dirt in order to sprout and grow, we too must embrace discomfort as a necessary part of our journey. Avoiding discomfort can manifest in various ways. It could be avoiding difficult conversations, staying in unfulfilling relationships or jobs, or avoiding challenges that push us beyond our limits. We become prisoners of our comfort, trapped in a cycle that prevents us from reaching our true potential. But why do we shy away from discomfort? It's because our minds are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. It's a survival mechanism deeply ingrained in our psyche. However, in our modern world, this mechanism often holds us back rather than protecting us. Stoicism teaches us to reframe our relationship with discomfort. Instead of seeing it as something to be avoided, we can begin to see it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. By embracing discomfort, we open ourselves up to new experiences, expand our horizons, and develop resilience. It's important to note that embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking out unnecessary suffering or putting ourselves in harm's way. It's about recognizing that growth and progress often come from stepping outside our comfort zones and facing challenges head-on. So how can we start embracing discomfort in our lives? One way is to set small, achievable goals that push us slightly beyond our comfort zones. It could be learning a new hobby, speaking up in meetings, or engaging in activities that challenge our fears. Each small step we take towards discomfort strengthens our resilience and builds our confidence. Additionally, practicing mindfulness can help us navigate discomfort more effectively. By staying present and aware of our emotions and thoughts, we can observe discomfort without being overwhelmed by it. This allows us to respond consciously rather than reacting impulsively, enabling us to make wiser choices. Remember, discomfort is not the enemy, it's a catalyst for growth. Just like a muscle grows stronger with resistance, we too grow stronger when we face discomfort with courage and determination. So, let go of the fear of discomfort, embrace the unknown, and watch yourself flourish. In conclusion, the habit of avoiding discomfort is a major obstacle to our personal growth. By stepping out of our comfort zones and embracing discomfort, we open ourselves up to new opportunities, experiences, and self-discovery. Stoicism teaches us that discomfort is not something to be feared, but rather a necessary ingredient for a fulfilling life. So, let's break free from the chains of comfort and start living boldly and authentically. Embrace discomfort and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. Habit number 7, lack of personal responsibility. Picture this, you're driving along a highway, and suddenly, you realize you're lost. What do? Do you blame the GPS for giving you the wrong directions, or do you take responsibility for not paying attention to the road signs? The answer is simple, personal responsibility. One of the most damaging anti-stoic habits we often fall victim to is the tendency to blame others for our misfortunes. We find it easier to point fingers, shifting the weight of our actions onto someone else's shoulders. But here's the truth, blaming others is like blaming the mirror for our reflection. It's avoiding the uncomfortable truth that we have the power to shape our own lives. Taking personal responsibility is a fundamental principle of Stoicism. It empowers us to acknowledge that we are the architects of our own destiny. When we accept responsibility for our actions and their outcomes, we reclaim control over our lives. But why is personal responsibility so crucial? Well, imagine a world where everyone takes responsibility for their choices and actions. It would be a world where accountability is valued, where growth is nurtured, and where success is earned. Personal responsibility not only impacts our individual lives but also has a ripple effect on our relationships in society as a whole. When we embrace personal responsibility, we become active players in our own lives. We no longer rely on external circumstances or individuals to shape our destiny. Instead, we take ownership of our choices, our emotions, and our reactions. We understand that we have the power to change our circumstances through intentional action. It's important to note that personal responsibility is not about blaming ourselves for every setback or failure. It's about recognizing our role and the outcomes and using those experiences as opportunities for growth and learning. It's about adopting a proactive mindset that seeks solutions rather than dwelling on problems. So how can we cultivate personal responsibility in our lives? It starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as stepping stones towards personal growth. Take time to reflect on your actions and choices, and ask yourself how you could have approached the situation differently. Learn from your mistakes and use them as fuel for self-improvement. Additionally, practice self-awareness. Understand your strengths and weaknesses, and take responsibility for continuously developing yourself. Set goals, create action plans, and hold yourself accountable to your commitments. Remember, you are the artist of your life, don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. Lastly, surround yourself with individuals who value personal responsibility. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire and challenge you to take ownership of your life. Engage in open and honest conversations where accountability is encouraged and celebrated. By embracing personal responsibility, we break free from the chains of victimhood and empower ourselves to create the life we desire. Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to shape our own destiny, and personal responsibility is the key that unlocks that power. So, my friends, let us take a moment to reflect on our lives. Are there areas where we have been avoiding personal responsibility? Are there situations where we have shifted blame and relinquished control? Now is the time to reclaim our power, to embrace personal responsibility, and to forge a path towards a more fulfilling and intentional life. Remember, you are the captain of your ship, and personal responsibility is your compass. Habit number 8, unhealthy comparisons. Picture this, you're scrolling through social media, and suddenly you come across a post by a friend who seems to have it all figured out. Their career is soaring, their relationship seems flawless, and they're living what appears to be a picture-perfect life. In that moment, what do you feel? Envy? Resentment? Discontentment with your own life? Unhealthy comparisons are a common trap we fall into, especially in today's hyperconnected world. We constantly compare ourselves to others, measuring our worth and success based on someone else's achievements. But here's the truth, comparing yourself to others is not only detrimental but completely unnecessary. Stoicism teaches us the importance of focusing on our own journey and progress instead of constantly looking over our shoulder at what others are doing. It reminds us that life is not a competition, it's a unique and personal journey. When we indulge in unhealthy comparisons, we not only rob ourselves of joy but also hinder our own growth. So, why do we engage in these comparisons? One reason is the fear of missing out, FOMO. We see someone else's highlight reel and assume their life is infinitely better than ours. But remember, social media is a curated version of reality. People tend to showcase their successes and happy moments, not their struggles and failures. Comparing your entire life to someone else's highlight reel is an unfair comparison. Another reason for comparisons is the societal pressure to conform to norms and expectations. We often feel the need to fit a certain mold or achieve specific milestones by a certain age. But the truth is, everyone's journey is unique, and we all have our own timeline. Comparing your progress to someone else's not only undermines your own achievements but also dismisses the value of your individual path. So, how do we break free from this habit of unhealthy comparisons? It starts with shifting our mindset and embracing gratitude. Instead of focusing on what others have, redirect your attention to what you have accomplished and what you are grateful for in your own life. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Another powerful tool is self-reflection. Take the time to assess your own goals, values, and progress. What truly matters to you? What steps can you take to move closer to your own definition of success? When you are clear about your own path, external comparisons lose their power. Additionally, surround yourself with a supportive community. Connect with like-minded individuals who share your values and aspirations. Engage in conversations that uplift and inspire you. Remember, you are the average of the people you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth and celebrate your uniqueness. Lastly, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Understand that everyone has their own struggles, and success is not a linear journey. Be patient with yourself and embrace the process of growth. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy, but self-compassion is the foundation of self-love and fulfillment. By letting go of unhealthy comparisons, you create space for self-acceptance, personal growth, and authentic happiness. Embrace your own journey, be proud of your progress, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Release the need to compare and watch as your life unfolds beautifully, uniquely, and most importantly, in alignment with your true self.